Here we're asked to find the sum of the arithmetic series. 38 plus 35 plus 32 plus ... plus 2. So here is our sequence, and a series means the sum of this sequence. So this is what we're after. And this is the formula we're going to use, S sub n, meaning the sum, given that n is this many terms from a sub 1, which is our first term, to a sub n, which would be our last term. Our last term here, a sub n. And in order to use this formula, we need a sub 1, which is the first term, which is 38. So we can go ahead and put that in there, 38, plus a sub n, which is just our last term, a sub n, which is our last term, which is 2. So we can go ahead and put that in there as well. But then we need to multiply that by n divided by 2. So the only problem here in solving for the sum is that we don't know how many terms are in this sequence. So in order to find that, we're just going to use our explicit formula for arithmetic sequences, where we have a sub n, which we know is 2, so we're going to go ahead and fill that in. A sub 1, which is 38, that's our first term. Our common difference is found by subtracting a sub 2, put it up here, a sub 2 minus a sub 1 is equal to my common difference. That's the formula there. That's simply saying take this second term and subtract from it 38. 35 minus 38 gives me a negative 3. So my common difference is a negative 3 times n minus 1. Now you see that n is the only variable in this equation, and we can rearrange the equation to isolate n. And then once we have n, once we've solved for n, we're going to plug it into our sum formula. So let's go ahead and distribute the negative 3 into both, giving us 2 is equal to 38 minus 3n. Negative times a negative becomes a positive 3. And then combine like terms on the right side. So 2 is equal to 41 now, minus 3n. And then we're trying to get at n. So we want to isolate n, so we need to get rid of 41, and then we need to get rid of this negative 3. So we'll subtract 41 from both sides, giving me negative 39 is equal to negative 3n, and then divide both sides by negative 3, giving me 13 is equal to n. So now that we know what n is, we can plug that into our sum formula. So S sub n is equal to that last missing piece, n is 13, divided by 2, times 38 plus 2. Well, we still want to use order of operations. Add inside my parentheses first is equal to 13 divided by 2 times 40. Well, we know 40 divided by 2 is 20, so that's going to leave me with 13 times 20, which is going to be equal to 260, which is my final answer. The sum of the arithmetic series is 260.